Unless you've been living under a rock, you have probably heard about the latest SpaceX mission to launch 2 astronauts to the space station. At the moment of recording, the astronauts actually docked with the space station successfully, and it has fulfilled our historic trip to the station. Now, this is the first private commercial flights in partnership with NASA to send 2 people into the space station. Now, what does this have to do with programming? Well, if you look at the complexity of this project, it shares some of the things we go through day to day. Now let's look at the actual mission, right? The mission is to launch 2 people in the Crew Dragon rocket. And then after the separation, the rocket has to come back to Earth on a drone ship and to land safely for reuse in the future. And then the actual space pod, the pod on top, it needs to navigate itself through space in order to reach orbit with the International Space Station, and then dock it into the space station and send 2 people into the space station. Now, this is an incredible feat by any standards. And you have to think about the people behind it, right? There are a bunch of people there, for sure. But let's look at the programmers there. Now, if you ever been stressed at a job that you may have made a mistake, or you release a huge bug into the wild and you feel so bad and you feel responsible for it, think about the programmers at SpaceX and NASA. They cannot make any mistake. Pretty much any mistake can be magnified tremendously, and with the possibility of failing the whole multi-billion-dollar mission that's 10 years in the making and might actually cost lives of those on board. Now, every time, this is my tip for you. If you ever feel stressed about something at work, think about it. Unless you're working in NASA or SpaceX, the world's not going to end, right? And if you're making a website for somebody, it's just a website. You have to keep that in mind. Failure is part of the learning process. So if you ever feel stressed, think about how much stress these guys go through, right? So just don't feel too bad. As you go through programming in your career, you're going to make mistakes. I've made gigantic mistakes, right? And in the end, as long as you admit your mistake and you learn through it, and then you don't make mistake next time, hopefully your team can be so understanding and support you all the way. You will come out stronger. The world's not going to end. The website's going to go on, and your career will continue to go on. So this is my tip for you. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, I'm going to share with you our Pentacle newsletter. It's a every other day newsletter where we show you some of the latest and the greatest posts from the web dev world. If you want to improve as a developer, this is certainly a great way to improve, to find things to read about every day. Not only do we have a list of articles for you to read, we also have a curated section where we highlight interesting things for you, like projects or apps, things like that. If you're into humor, we have a humor section, courtesy of Programmer Humor. And then finally, we have a tweet highlight section where we show you some of the best tweets from the web dev community. So feel free to sign up for the Pentacle newsletter at pentacle.com/news.